Kauai. Check it out. It's been soaking overnight. Soaking with this Cajun seasoning and also salt, and I've just added some black pepper. So the salt draws out the fluid, you can see it coming out there, and gets it nice and ready for doing a smoke on the smoker. You can see I've left the scales on, it smokes better with the scales on. Caught this fish with young Damo last night. I'll be hot smoking this today on this here using apple wood. G'day guys, I hope this video finds you all well. This is the house truck where young Damo's staying right now. Damo's on a health mission to get his health back on track after sustaining an injury when he was younger, and also get his diet right. So being here is a good place because here we do the ketogenic diet. In this video I want to tell you guys a few tricks and things about my lifestyle and what I do, but also want you to jump in and help me with things I'm doing wrong because I'm new to gardening. I have picked up these bags of coffee grounds from a local place that I get my coffee from, and I've got some seedlings of celery. Celery really likes coffee. I'm not sure if it's because of the amount of acid that's in it, but I've done a wee bit of reading. If you've grown celery before, then let us know. I've got these seedlings this morning in here, and the other thing that I have bought, I have made these in the past, but I bought these and I've never used them before. These are to keep the birds off the garden, because this is a problem here and I've struggled to keep pests off. So if you've got anything better than something like this, let me know. I'm going to show you what we're doing over here with our garden. It's a bit of a communal garden because we're living off the land, or trying to. We're also having to buy a lot of stuff in because I can't keep up with feeding this young fella with the veggies I've got in the garden. We've got to start. We've got our leeks growing down here, and I'm going to put along here some more coffee grounds. And as you can see, all our other plants are under cover, because if they're not under cover they get smashed by the birds and we lose them, and also the rabbits. I've got these well established little cabbages, although they're not very big, and the rabbits have been having a crack at, they've eaten all of my beautiful kale. They've stripped it, so we haven't got much off at all. It's not looking too good. And more cabbages in here, and these are also established, and the butterflies and the worms get in. We're still struggling to get a good crop. And even under the nets you can see this plant here, it's lost one of its limbs. I'm not sure what does that. The bok choy's been eaten by something. It's very, very hard. And then we've got other stuff underneath, the sort of glass house type stuff set up. And old mate here's out here surviving very well without any cover at all. Seemed to do okay. This plant here has been smashed. Look, it's been killed by something. It's difficult growing stuff around here. There's so many predators for your plants. Some of you have asked me about my wasabi. This is my nursery where I grow my cuttings, and I've also got seedlings as well. And I've got a circulation system with water that's got seaweed in it, and coffee grounds and worm juice, and it circulates all the time. Wasabi is an incredible plant. You can eat the leaves, you can eat the rhizome, you can eat all of it. That dog can find food anywhere. Can't you, Po, eh? Good girl. These plants are 3 years old and well established. Good girl. That's a good girl, Po. Good dog, eh? Getting old. Soon retire you from pig hunting, won't we, eh? Pretty soon, yeah, girl. You have a sniff in there? You smell something? Good girl, Po. That's a good dog. Sit down. Some of these plants have got some disease, and I want to remove this. The bottom leaves. That one's sick too. Take that away. And this is the rhizome. This is the part that you actually eat. This is the bit that you grind up either on shark skin. You can see these little growths here. You can break these off and actually replant them. That's what my plants are. But you should grind it on either shark skin or a bit of sandpaper. And there's another one there that's quite established over here. These are, well, there's a beautiful one there. Look, this one's just about ready for harvest there. That's a nice plant there. There's your wasabi. Wasabi likes sulphur, hence the eggs in here. Here's another little plant that's grown up, which I could actually regrow again. This one here. Takes a long time to get these. You can't really buy wasabi seed, not that I've ever found it, but if you do know of where it could be, let me know, because I'd like to have some. I got seed off my plant this year, and I got a few seedlings, but not many. It's a very hard plant to grow. Pure Wasabi in Christchurch will sell you plants. They work out at $15 plus GST plus freight. And this year I bought quite a few. Actually last year. Now, they've been going for about 8 months and they're going really well. I want to show you my seedlings. It's taken a lot of work to get these guys to grow. About 200 odd seeds. And I'm still getting more coming away. They've taken a long time. You can see some small ones coming in down here. There's a wee small one. And this is the pattern of the bigger leaf. And this is really the work of all my plants and gathering lots of seeds. And there's a way you gather them. If you do have established wasabi plants, what you do is you get your seeds and pick them and you put them in some stockings or a stocking and you tie it to a tap so it's got a drip 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 going so it's wet all the time. And after about 6 to 8 weeks all the seeds come out of the pods naturally from the water. That would sort of replicate their natural habitat of being on water. And then you've got your seed and then you plant it out and hopefully it grows. And I would say I got about a 4 to 5% hit rate of all my seeds. And those ones grew there. They love chewing on them. They love munching them up. They do it all day long. They pick them off my tree. And it comes in their poo, when it comes out, pretty much the same as it goes in. Or comes out at least, I should say. Like apple. Because they can't break down cellulose. But there's something they're getting from it. I just don't know what. This little hut here was paid for by my patrons and it's for young men. Currently Lizzie's staying in it and Spence will be here soon. Oh, you got yourself an apple too now, Bigsy, have you? Well, make sure that Pace doesn't try and rob it from you. There you go. I'm hoping that when young Spencer arrives here, because he's 15 and a half, that he's going to be staying in the hut there, and I'm hoping that he's going to enjoy working for me because I'm going to give him a couple of months work where he can make some money and go towards himself buying a truck. And then I'm hopeful after that I can get him a job way down there. I don't know if you see the green roof through there. That's Construct and they do all sorts of work. They build and fabricate these buildings and they put them all around the country. I'm hoping I can get him a job full-time there so he can really work. This is my neighbour's sheep, Murray's sheep. And they're on the fence the whole time because sheep are animals that like to hang out with other sheep. And you can probably see this beautiful V8 Land Cruiser coming along there in the corner. That's Murray, who used to be my landlord, but now he's my neighbour. And these sheep the whole time want to hang out with my sheep up here. The dried remnants of a pukeko that Bigsy caught. It was too munted up for us to eat. I don't tell my dogs off for eating it. Some guys will go, no, leave it, but actually they do well on this sort of tucker. They have a mixture of possum, chunky and roadkill and anything else like this. And when it's been dried out in the sun for a while it becomes quite natural for a dog to chew on that. And I can tell him to leave it and he will, but I've said you can eat it so that's okay. The amount of fat on that sheep, man, that would be so fat to eat. There's my Owapara ram, or one of them, and the sheep behind is my Lincoln crossed merino. She's not looking that good. I don't think it's actually going to produce really good wool here. I think they do better in the high country they do in this sort of country here, particularly the wet ground. I hang around my houseboat all the time. It's a perfect shelter from rain and also the sun. They're an awesome looking ram. Shane gave me these. I'd be quite keen to actually butcher one. I bet they taste delicious, although this guy's probably starting to get a wee bit of that rammy taste now. Coming straight up me. G'day mate, there you go. So far no one's managed to bunt me. I don't trust rams. Apparently, what is it, one person a year gets killed by a ram in New Zealand. I find that hard to believe, but I've heard that statistic somewhere. And if you know about that, fill in the information, let us know. Oh, you need dagging, mate. Your bum's getting, that needs a dag. Jeez, that's only just come like that. He's picked that up fast. Everybody else has got clean bums, but his is dirty. I mean, look at old mate over here. We've just done these guys. He's perfect. But for some reason, the other one's really dirty. I've got an electric shearer, so I have to get on top of that because that can become blown. There's no twitching bum or flies hanging around it, but that's not what I want. It's only just got like that. So just up there, the ram's had a drink of water, but I've found out that Creamy, my other sheep's been pooing in there. Old Pace is taking his pukeko away from the sheep. My houseboat is a work in progress. We've got it up in the land. I've been doing a little bit of work every chance I get. Right now we've got cluster flies around here, and they've gone into the houseboat. And cluster flies are a horrible fly. Not just the fact that they go through your whole house, but when you vacuum them up in your vacuum cleaner after you've killed them, they've got the sticky substance on the outside that blocks up your vacuum cleaner. Cluster flies go into the ground and they lay their maggots in the ground, but they also eat our earthworms. So there's another invasive species that's destroying our earthworm, and they don't come in their hundreds, they literally come in their thousands. Apparently in Canterbury this year, cluster flies have been really bad, but they're bad up here too. I have 3 times gone through the houseboat and had to spray and then sweep out. And like I said, you put a vacuum cleaner in it, it's not a good idea because it can clog up everything in your vacuum cleaner. You guys in the Nelson area, are you suffering cluster flies too, or is it just out here in Tasman that we've got them? They're horrible bloody things. It's midday and this is the second run the dogs have had. I'll give them a minimum of 3 runs a day right now until we start hunting them. I haven't been pig hunting with my dogs this year. I was all set to go and I started getting a tight chest and quite bad chest pain. I ended up going to hospital a couple of times. They haven't worked out what it is. I'm still waiting to hear back from the cardiologist after having a CT scan. But one of the things I've done in the meantime, because the pain has actually started to go, is I've started to exercise more, against really what I was told to do. I've been doing a walk around the paddock and pushing through it. In the last 3 days, I've noticed that it's gone. Well, almost gone. I'd say 90% gone. It's got better. That's a good thing. And I'm thinking to myself, well, it'd be interesting to see what the outcome is, but something really weird happened. I just developed it. And I know that some of you people said, oh, have you had the vaccine, Clay, or is it COVID? Well, I've been tested for antibodies and to see if I'd actually picked up COVID, and no antibodies, so it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is, to me, it's a good thing to keep on exercising and doing stuff. I said to my brother the other day, oh, I've got these bloody, I've never had it in my life before, nothing like it. And he said to me, oh, just do what we were like, we were young kids. And I thought this made sense to me. We used to get these old cars and we'd be getting some old car from somewhere and it's pretty well stuffed, and we like put our foot to the floor on the accelerator. You should just do the same thing to yourself, man, to the old heart blows. And I thought that was a good analogy of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep on going. But I've got to say, I'm actually feeling a hell of a lot better than I have done, and the pain is nowhere near as bad. It's just like, it's there still, but so I reckon I'm getting better. The only thing I've really changed is maybe increase the CBD oil a little bit, done more exercise against what the cardiologist really would suggest, and I've also lowered my coffee a little bit. Still have a coffee a day. I was not doing 3 coffees a day. But coffee's a good thing, so I don't think, but coffee is a drug, so I thought I'd do that. And I've also decreased my salt a little bit too, because I had suspected also hypertension. Anyway, enough about my bloody heart. It's boring, but I just thought I'd share that with you while I'm walking around the paddock. Whilst this paddock of mine doesn't look too dry, reasonably green, we need rain. Still need more rain. I need rain. And one of the things I need rain for is that, my duck pond over there. It needs fresh water. Pekin ducks, bred for their meat, but they also got really nice eggs. This green plastic box between the 2 automatic feeders is an actual tiny little dog kennel, or a portable dog transporter case. We've got wheat in this feeder, and we've got a mixture of chicken lay in this one and corn and stuff. But they're using this for a laying box. I'm only killing the males for eating. I'm keeping the females for breeding and laying eggs. You know what's in there, don't you, mate? Licking your lips. I can see you. I can see you. Well, here's our laying box. And we've got a few eggs already. And they're actually, just go and have a look. They've just made that nest in the last 2 days. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got six eggs in there. Well, that's great. We'll leave those and see if we naturally can get something to nest on it. And no, Bigsy, you're not eating those, mate. Sorry, buddy. You'd like them, wouldn't you, eh? Good boy. Pace, you're a good dog. Yes, you are, mate. You're a good boy. But you're not having that egg, no. The birds, or ducks at least, they naturally also nest in here. Pace going introducing himself. I'm going to pee on their home. They're not actually going to that shelter. I haven't cut the wire yet, but I don't think we need it anyway. Play nicely, guys. Play nicely. Body language is okay now, but we've got to keep an eye on that. She can turn pear-shaped very quick. He's locked onto his ear. These guys seriously need to go pig hunting. Try and let it all out. And Bixie's on his tail, grabbed it too. He's going to go around the duck pond and get intercepted on the other side probably. Here we go. And around he goes again. It's pretty fast, old Pace. Oh, Bixie's going the other way. He's going to snake him. Going to come back. Here we go. You're too smart, aren't you? You set him up. It's a game now. Run around the duck pond. Here's Pace. Oh, there's a bit of an interception. Post is joining. Oh, better be careful here. 3 dogs can become a scrap. Poe thinks it's like fun. Now she's chasing after her son. She's marked him. Got him around the neck. Tail's wagging. Body language is good. I'm not too worried about it. Pace is like getting there. This is where it can turn pear-shaped because old Pace just goes a bit hard. I'll call him out if I can see the body language change. Got to watch them all the time when they're playing. Doesn't take long. Pace, come! Pace, come! Get out of there, Pace! Pace, come! Pace! Good dog, Pace. Good boy. Pace, get in. Pace, come! Stay in. Good boy. He listens. Good dog. Good boy. Out there, Bigsy. Good boy, Pace. Well done, mate. You got good boy. Good dog. You're a good boy. We'll let these guys carry on playing. That could have turned pear-shaped quick, and that's where I've got to keep an eye on them all the time, eh? Yeah? Eh? And your bark collar's telling me that you've barked quite a bit lately, eh? The numbers? These two play pretty good. Mum will tell them if she doesn't like what's going on. No, we're all good. I think he deserves a duck egg. What do you guys reckon? He did listen pretty well considering he was in the heat of the battle with Bigsy. I came down early this morning and took them out of here, one of the nests. And here's another nest that I emptied this morning too, nothing else in it. Nice little cover for them. And this is the laying box I store their eggs in. I've got plenty. You can see the mouse droppings on them. So mice have been coming in here, bloody mice. Well, I'm going to take an older one, which should probably be this guy here. Be good for Pace. Not for you, Bigsy. It's for Pace. Pace, sit down. Down. Good boy. Down, Pace. You look at that fence isn't going, buddy. Leave it. Leave it. Get up. Where you go. You want one, Bigsy? Hey? All right. Well, we can't leave Poe out, can we? There we go, mate. Eat up. Good boy. Poe, come. Good girl, Poe. Got a treat for you, mate. You're going to love it. Eat up, Poe. Where you go. Pace has already got his cracked. Isn't Bigsy a beautiful dog? He's into his egg now, enjoying it. And Poe's just busted hers open too. They love him. I think Pace has already finished his. He's looking at Bigsy's now, probably. Now Bigsy eats his shells, whereas Pace doesn't. Eat up, Pace. Come on, don't waste that shell, mate. There's good calcium in that. He's got all the yolk and white out, but left the shell. Gonna munch it up? I know Bigsy will eat it up. Look at the grey hair on Poe. She's getting old. I'll retire her soon. For me, it's a real joy just to be able to walk around my paddock. I love it. I know it's a small thing, but having a paddock to walk in and go and see my ducks and walk the dogs, and to do it in a way that's just like so chilled out. There's no got to get down there and do this. Just to walk around in a way it feels natural, because so many times in our lives we're doing things, oh, I've got to go and do this and do that, and it's all like under pressure. Just to walk around, and if you feel like sitting down in the grass and patting your dog while you're doing it, you can do that. It's good for the soul. I love it, and I'm grateful. I never thought I'd own this place. I rented it for so many years, and ever since I bought it a couple of years ago now, it's been like, geez, I started to pinch myself and just enjoy the land, being on the land, the feel of the land. The other thing too is that the garden, the vegetable garden, which I'm not a gardener and I don't know a lot about it. Come on, Pace, we'll carry on, mate. It's kind of important right now, because I reckon we'll have another lockdown. Oh, I don't know, I mean, we may not, but everything sort of points towards that. And I hated going into the supermarket to buy my veggies and everything when we had lockdown. So having a garden, for a number of reasons, is a good thing for me. It's very therapeutic when I can't go hunting and do stuff, to be in the dirt and using my body and actually doing something that's constructive and that's going to sustain the people that stay with me and live with me and myself. But also it'll be something which is... Got a visitor coming? Oh, that's Damo. So young Damo who's with us, he's come back. He's been to the market. Bixie, come! I've been calling him this morning and he hasn't been coming. Bixie, come! He's not too far away from the old hot collar. Bixie, come! Bixie, come! Heel up, Bixie! Yeah, I've got to clean his ears out a bit. What's going on, mate? You're not doing it as you should, eh? Eh? What's the story? Heel up, come on. Heel up, Bixie, come on. Come on. He's being a little bit naughty. So we're going to stomp on top of that. The other thing too with the garden is it's a form of exercise, light exercise. Wheelbarrows are shit and... Ooh, look at that. That's a good rabbit. We better get that guy, eh? Just been dug up. That's a good rabbit hole. And it's interesting. And I really love my plants. Now, I was talking to a woman in the mega store when I bought my seedlings. I do seed my own stuff, but I can't get everything. And she said that she's not allowed to touch her husband's vegetables. I said, I totally get that. He grows all the veggies for the family. She said, but she can't go out and harvest them. I said, I get that. Us men in our vegetable gardens are a bit funny. We develop this weird relationship with our vegetables. I'm sure women do it too. I'm sure some women have a weird relationship with their vegetables. Not like that, not like zucchinis and cucumbers and that sort of mad shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just like they look at their plants and they prune them. It could be someone who's like into cactuses or they have something, and I get that. Because I'm really passionate about my wasabi to the point I'd say I'm a little bit obsessive. And don't touch my wasabi, although I have allowed Damo here to harvest leaves for his salad, and he does that, and I showed him the right way to harvest it. Because it actually benefits the plant to take the leaves off the bottom. Helps the rhizome develop more. Come on and pace, otherwise you have to go under the fence. Well, you're too late, mate. Now you've got to go under the fence, don't you, eh? You're going to get under there, all right? Not a problem to pace. So, I do all this work in my garden, but then when someone else out there just picking stuff off randomly every I don't like it either. So I said to her, I totally understand how your husband feels. She goes, well, why is that? And I said, well, we know where everything is. We know the order we want it to be harvested. We do all the weeding, the watering, the caring, and we want the joy of harvesting it, because harvesting vegetables is good fun. It's real good fun. Oh, a bit of a weird thing. Anyway, this is just a snap vlog today. Off the phone, it's Saturday, and I'll put it up for you patrons first and go public maybe later on if I think about it. But this is the next venture right now, is to carry on with this and finish it. So we'll get our winter veggies in. We're going to make apple cider vinegar out of these guys here. And we're also going to make sauerkraut, and I'll do a video on both of those things, how to do it, because the last two times we did it, we didn't actually film it, but of some people it might be interesting. Come on, Pace, Pace, get in. I've got another visitor here too. Pace, come. Pace, get in. Pace, come. Yeah, Pace. Got a visitor. Good boy. Up. And these guys have been fed this morning. They got their posse this morning, and it's still sitting on top of the fence here, right there. You can smell it, couldn't you? And you want it. You can't have it. The Damo's home, and looks like Shane's here too. We've had visitors all day. This morning we had Kate come over, Shane, and we've got Blair's coming here now. Got plenty of visitors all the time, which is good. Nice to have some company. But I kind of like my own space too. A little bit, sort of a bit of a balancing act of everything with everybody. Anyway, guys, thanks for hearing us out, and just a vlog off phone, nothing interesting. Hope your day's going well, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later.